That was a record breaker right there. I didn't even get to this point in my preamble, and it already happened. I had just done a whole intro, saying hello, seeing how you are, telling you how I am, this and that, yada yada, setting up the stream, and I look over, stream's offline immediately. Genuinely was like 3 minutes in. Stream was offline. Oh, and I was going to even preface this entire thing by saying, by the way, at some point the stream's going to go offline, and when that happens, stay where you are, because I promise I'm coming right back. And didn't even get that far. Stream crashed, so that's fantastic. I put in I'm just going to hit start on this. We're not even going to worry about the preamble and all that. Let's just get started. Let's start playing Resident Evil. Let's have fun. Let's not get angry right off the bat, because this feels like really... This camera feels way more sensitive all of a sudden. I don't know if that's my imagination. Alright, Resident Evil Village. Shadows of Rose. Here we go.
What's all this doing out here?
Interesting. We're in a deeper strata now, right? Or anything's possible. Yeah, so since all that intro is no longer here, I will just reiterate, I think we're going to finish this tonight. I'll leave it at that. I said it in many more words previously, but hold on. I just need to make sure. I keep seeing it freeze up. I need to make sure. I need to make sure we're actually still online. Okay, we are. We are still online. I just gotta make sure, because I see it freezing. And oftentimes when it freezes, that's a warning that it's about to go down, so... Sorry. Sorry if I'm paranoid. Just having it go down as soon as I started is not a great omen.
Something from over there.
Is it the giant Biolante core on the horizon? We are finally going back to the village, which is exciting. I like the castle as much as the next guy, but it isn't called Resident Evil Castle, it's called Who's that? I know there's no way that this is who it is, but from here, that totally looks like Leon Kennedy in his coat. Am I the only one seeing that? There's no reason that would make any sense, but from here it totally looks like Leon. I think it's actually hair. And not a cool coat. Oh wait, no, it's me.
What?
It's just me. That's way less weird. So anyway, here we go. Resident Evil Village. Excited to be back in the village. Excited to be streaming again. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good week. We got some white sage. That Zaza. We're feeling good. The stream could crash at any moment. If it does, don't go anywhere. If it unceremoniously ends at any point, stay where you are. It's like voting. If you're in the line, stay in line. Because I'm never just going to unceremoniously end the stream and leave.
Just like in the castle.
If I plan to exit, I will announce my exit. So, just stick around. And if for some reason I'm not coming back, I'll mention it in the chat. But I did put in a ticket with Twitch support today. Oh no! Are we gonna fight ourselves? Is it ourselves? It's like mold versions of ourselves? There's no reason to do this. Oh shit.
I'm even stronger than before.
Yeah. That felt good. Oh, I can't get... Oh, they're still alive? Oh, I thought they were down for the count. There's a lot of bad boys. Okay, but that did severely weaken them because they went down and looked like 2 hits each. So now the copies of me are becoming mold people too. Yeah, I did put a ticket in with Twitch support today because I've been trying to look for any solution to the problem here, and I can't seem to maybe I shouldn't even monitor this on my phone because for some reason it freezes on my phone too. Hold on, I got an idea. Sorry, this is really fun to watch, I bet. Let's do... I'm trying not to have too many devices on my 5G network because that's what I'm streaming from. Maybe I'll put it on the 2G. I try to have the stream up on my phone and computer because of this current issue. Because it makes it easier to tell when it's actually frozen and when maybe just one of the screens is buffering. If it goes down on 2 screens, I know we're in trouble. Oh, they go down in 2 hits anyway. Okay. So our move isn't necessarily stronger, it just knocks them on their ass now. Is this... Wow, we're just in a big, like, rose cesspool. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Maybe we just need to move on. Oh, God. Mold counter. Excuse me. Here we go. Oh, God. Never mind. Get out of the way. Excuse me. Excuse me, everybody.
Time for this.
This is inconvenient for me. There. Everybody fuck off. Any goodies down here? Little white sage, don't mind if I do. Oh, that one restored us 100%. Nice. Yeah, this definitely feels like we're in the end game, eh? We are exploring through a gigantic cesspool comprised of our own body. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to spend much more time talking about it because I inevitably spend like the last 4 streams talking about it. Gotta find me that crystal. But I don't know what else to do about this issue I've been having with the stream dropping out. Am I just gonna swanton dive in here? Yep. I really don't know what it is, so I've been doing a lot of Googling. I put in some inquiries on Reddit. You know, you figure most tech issues, somebody on Reddit knows what you're talking about, but nobody even responded to my cries for help on there. And the PS4 subreddit and the Twitch subreddit. Got some upvotes, no replies. Ow. So I put in a ticket with Twitch support. I'm not optimistic that they'll have anything helpful to say, if they say anything at all, but that's like the only person left I can think to turn to. That's gross.
Is this where those copies of me came?
Ew, that's gross too. This is all gross. Oh god, there's so many. Oh my god, look at this. This is freaky. This is freaky. You know, I'm actually really gonna miss like the Winters family saga. Am I supposed to? This looks way too far to just jump down. Can I like rappel down with one of these Rose's umbilical cords or something? Just gonna have... Okay, I guess we're just doing that now. Someone's been here. The mega mycete, I don't know, my brain malfunctions whenever I try to read this. The mega mycete absorbs the memories of all life within its reach, but there are laws which govern this world within it. It seems worthwhile to catalog them as they become apparent. 1. The memories that comprise this realm do not strictly reflect reality. Oh, we're finally getting some information on how all this works. 2. Only those who are attuned to the mutamycete in life retain control of their faculties here in this realm. This aligns with my understanding of the megamycete as revealed to me in its visions before my death. Yes, my death. My physical body is gone, absorbed into the megamycete, and yet I do not despair, for this fate has granted me fascinating insights. All those years I strived, have continued to strive. They are not for nothing. The memories, the consciousness, understanding, and knowledge I accumulated in life have transferred here to the megamycete, where it serves as a source of power within this realm. If I can harness this power, I believe I can use it to affect the thoughts and memories of others. Of course, it's hardly a perfect arrangement. With so many minds and memories gathered here, finding and retrieving a single person from amidst the rabble has proven an immense challenge. Maybe that was supposed to say rubble. Her memories are here, yes, but dissolute. Perhaps what is needed is the right vessel into which to hold her. And of course, I know of the perfect vessel. The only real candidate in all my years of searching. Rosemary Winters.
Someone's been here.
Is this Miranda? Is this Miranda again? This is actually a fascinating insight because I rated it through here under the assumption that all of this was really just like a projection of the megamycete. Like we were walking through a dream, but instead of one person's dream, it was like dozens of people's dreams colliding with each other and their memories. But there's actually a sentient person in here with like intention and consciousness. I have been experimenting with the possibilities of manipulating and reviving the consciousness stored within the megamycete. When a person dies, their consciousness is stored and preserved, but over time it becomes diffused and diluted, spread thin throughout the megamycete and mixed with other consciousnesses and memories. Extracting and reassembling an individual who has thus diffused has proved a monumental effort. As an experiment, I decided to see what would happen if I used different individuals' consciousnesses to create an entity. Results. The results were fascinating. I gathered fragments, respooled the threads, and succeeded in creating an individual birthed anew in this realm. A success to be sure, but while his unusual physique resembled a man I once knew, he was possessed of a deeply warped psyche and was missing a portion of his face. Oh, is this the Duke? I've been wondering what the fuck is what with the Duke in this game. Oh, I think I was also calling the Baron for some reason previously. No, he's the Duke. Okay, that's why he's wearing the mask. While manipulating memories to create a person is possible, the creations are flawed and unstable. It will not be possible to manufacture a suitable vessel in this way. So yeah, we're seeing some kind of like warped, demented version of the Duke. It's not... See, I knew the Duke was a real one. After everything we went through, there's no way he'd be tormenting Ethan's daughter like this. It's not really him. It's a weird approximation of him that's broken. He's unfinished. Put him back. I had intended to duplicate Rosemary Winters with the hope that a perfect replica might serve as a suitable vessel. However, the results were less than ideal. This is a lot of exposition. They're just creating a suitable replica. Instead, I have succeeded in making what is essentially a living doll. Hold on. Okay, we're okay. I'm so paranoid. I keep seeing the stream do wacky things over there. Instead, I have succeeded in making what is essentially a living doll. It resembles the real thing, yes, but has no power. Such a pathetic husk could never prove suitable as a vessel. Okay, the copies are... Miranda's making these copies, and Ethan is interfering in the process. I will continue my efforts in hopes of discerning the source of this interference. Several hypotheses have come to mind thus far. The fact that Rose herself is... Boy, what a night it's been so far. I went ahead and did a full restart on my console. I don't know if it'll make a difference. Quite frankly, I don't think it will. But all within 20 minutes, as soon as I started earlier, me do an audio check too. Okay, you can hear me. As soon as I went live, stream went down. Then streamed for about 15 minutes successfully. Then stream went down. I went back. Look at that. That's a cool loading screen. Went back up live. Was live for maybe 45 seconds. Went back down. So this is the worst it's ever been. If it goes down another time, I might just have to say we're not streaming tonight, which would be really, really disappointing. We're now 40 minutes in and have gotten not very much done. And you know, I really hate getting all sour and grumpy and pouty whenever the stream goes down. Last time I was like, you know, I just don't even think if this keeps happening, I'm just going to quit streaming. But this, I really can't. I can't handle this. If it's going to go down this frequently, that truly means like I'm just not going to be able to do this anymore, which would fucking suck a lot because I really like doing this. I honestly, I've really been having a great time streaming, believe it or not. I have a lot of games I'm excited to play. I've been meeting all sorts of cool people through doing this.
Someone's been here.
I really like doing this and would like to continue doing it on a regular basis. But, yeah, I can't be doing that if this goes down every 10 minutes. And I just don't know what the problem is anymore. So this is going to be a huge mess. I'm going to have to stitch all this together for the VOD when I put it up on YouTube later and all that. But there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to reread this entire thing because I'm not even sure how much of it made it into the initial recording. We're going to try one more time. Let's see if we can hustle through Shadows of Rose. I had intended to duplicate Rosemary Winters with the hopes that a perfect replica might serve as a suitable vessel. However, the results were less than ideal. It would seem that some sort of interference is preventing me from creating a suitable replica. Instead, I have succeeded in making what is essentially a living doll. It resembles the real thing, yes, but has no power. Such a pathetic husk can never prove suitable as a vessel. I will continue my efforts in hopes of discerning the source of this interference. Several hypotheses have come to mind thus far. 1. The fact that Rose herself is still alive. 2. Some other actor within this realm. 3. A flaw in my methods of production. None of those seem especially likely to be the sole reason, nor are any of them easy problems to solve. Perhaps my best hope is to somehow bring Rose into this realm. Were she to offer herself as a vessel, it would be so simple. Additional observations. Further experiments with these Rose copies, as I've taken to calling these husks, have yielded another interesting wrinkle to pursue. When subjected to the situations evoking extreme terror, they actually begin to express some semblance of Rose's abilities. This warrants more research, and I think that my first creation, the Masked Duke, is just the one to perform this stress test.
They
Okay.
couldn't have been watching me the entire time. Could they?
So not only was the Duke kind of fucked from the start, but Miranda's also actively manipulating him to be more sadistic
All this.
and malevolent. It would seem that at some point during my experiment, excuse me, there's a lot of reading. puts a frog in my throat. You can hear that? Get some water here. It would seem that at some point during my experiments with consciousness, an intruder made herself at home in my realm. This intruder was none other than the failure, Evelyn, who has been running about enacting her own pitiful agenda, which has led to a slight disruption in my own plans. Had Evelyn not interfered, Rosemary Winters would have been on the verge of despair, dispossessed of her will to live and her mutamycete powers. Instead, a new passion burns within her. I shall have to extinguish it. Well, don't leave all your notes all over here for me to find, dum-dum. Now I know the metagame of everything. I'm not going to give up anything. God, this is horrifying. Something I had started to say what feels like an eternity ago is I really am going to miss the Winter Saga in these games. I feel like they've, there's no reason this has to stop without the Winters, but I feel like they've gotten a lot more creative and inventive with this fresh start in the Resident Evil world through the Winters family. And I know, the next game is already for a remake, so we have a pretty good idea what that's going to be, what happens beyond that.
There's that feeling again.
Not sure.
So strong. It must be the crystal.
All indications seem to point towards a new Chris game. Which, Chris is fine. He's okay. That pull I've been feeling is close, but I just can't go any further. I thought I had made it when I saw that blue light, but no, not quite. If only I'd been braver, faster, stronger. It's all about drive. It's all about power. It's all about speed. So close. I was so close.
Michael.
I wonder if we gotta see Ethan again, right? We gotta have a really nice moment with Rose and Ethan before this is over, because she only just now look at this gothic shit. Oh my god, is that Nosferatu up there? Wow, this is actually quite impressive looking. Very cool. That's Miranda, right? I mean, that's gotta be who's been writing these notes.
It's through here.
Ooh, this looks not friendly. What is this? Statue in there? I'm not sure who that is. Because if I recall correctly, Miranda's entire motivation was she was trying to resurrect her daughter through Rose. Look at these guys. These fellas look like they're right out of Resident Evil 4. Black God, which lives in us and which we will live, create for us a new world as befits your will. Your dark consciousness holds us for a second chance. I'm going to take another pass at that. Your dark consciousness holds for us a second chance, graciously offered and joyously accepted. You drink the blood of the lost lamb as it falls upon your darkened earth, not to destroy, but to preserve, and once again deliver unto life.
This is some twisted shit.
Alright, bro, you couldn't just start a Wattpad or something? Gotta post your cringe poetry for everybody to see. Is that actually a person? Or is it... No, it's... No, I guess it's some sort of... like totem. Looked like a silhouette of a person from back there.
I can feel it.
Well, there's all sorts of crystals here. We can totally become a crystal mommy. Oh yeah, here we come. Start diffusing those essential oils, boys. Although now I'm starting to think this entire crystal thing is a ploy by Miranda to, like, take over our body.
It's working. Oh my god. Is this what normal feels like?
Bad idea. Yeah, it's Miranda. What up, bitch? What you been up to? Good to see you.
Rose,
Not.
I've waited so long for you.
Who are you?
My name is Miranda.
What?
You had become so powerful.
Does Rose know that name?
Far
Like, does
too
she know what
powerful
happened
for you
here?
to subdue directly. So, I had to lure you into this realm so that you might willingly relinquish your powers.
No. But Kay said...
Did he? Or did I?
Yeah, it was all... Oh, he was...
It was an illusion.
He wasn't even real!
Very convincing, wouldn't you say?
How's that even possible?
Now you can become the vessel for my Eva!
Eva, that's what it was.
Ethan, you pest!
Don't show his face.
Stop even he can manifest. He can't save you, Rose! No one can. Rose!
Wow, she look. Oh my god!
You can't escape!
Ethan!
Not from me!
She looks even worse than she did before, right?
Is it really you?
Yes, but right now you need to run. Run!
Ethan, who is now, of course, actually a badass action hero. After everything he accomplished in the last 2 games.
Rose!
Thanks. Why didn't you tell me who you really were?
Show us his face!
Why'd you let me call you Michael?
I didn't want to complicate things. I just needed you safe.
It's
And I'm
so
sorry,
weird how they don't want to show his
but I
face.
had to find a way out.
I don't understand why they're like this.
And I did. It's just ahead.
Rose!
Ugh!
Get away from my daughter! Stay away from my family! Rose, come on!
Did she look like that when she was in final boss mode in the main game, Miranda? I feel like she looks way worse and way scarier now. Looks like I'm having a nuclear weapon detonated in my face. There we go. It's very bright.
You can't escape Rose. Ethan, persistent as always.
Dad!
Rose, now's your chance. Go live a normal life. Make friends. No one will ever call you a freak again.
But
Rose, just go!
Tackle her!
I don't want to leave you!
I know. I know. I love you. But I need to know that you're safe. So please, just...
Ethan, you insolent pest!
I got this. Get out of here.
Not again! This boy don't stop dying. Yeah, take him back. Atta girl.
Don't worry, Dad. I've got this.
Yeah!
You think your powers will allow
Okay,
you
shit.
to stand against me in the
I
heart of my
guess this is the
name?
end, huh?
Foolish.
With how intent you were on my
Oh.
throwing them away, I think they just might.
Oh, what did I just do?
There's no shame.
That wasn't a... What? Whoa!
There's
What?
nothing to fear.
Whoa! Whoa! I don't know what that move is we did that used up some of our pods there. I did some sort of like fungus strike.
Why do you find me?
Alright, what's the play here?
How about this? Let's see this power. And even if you were,
Absorb incoming
what would
projectiles.
be the point? You can't save your father. You
Oh!
are two different worlds.
Did that do damage to her?
I won't let you do this.
Impossible.
Whoa, we're going like super mold. Okay, okay. Okay, this is kind of awesome.
needs.
Ooh.
There will be wailing and gnashing.
Watch this.
Let's see you dodge this!
How do you possess such power? It took so much to lure you, but you're incredible. Well,
Yeah, I don't know, Miranda. Your
Mind when I put an end to your plans!
plans are kind of vague and nonsensical as always. Where did you go? Where are you?
no!
Ah! I didn't know where she was.
Come! Be by my side! I cultivated this world within the Megamycete.
Oof, the double tap. Okay.
No matter how
We're changing up the attack patterns here.
have the power to reject it. That is why it must be. You
Absorb
are
the
only
power!
one who can bring her back to me. Whatever it takes.
Oh,
whatever I must do,
we miscalculated
I
apparently.
will see this through.
Big dodge. Huh. Oh, where are you? What is happening? What is happening? Give me something to munch on.
You will fall.
She gets a little too close. Maybe I...
That won't work!
Ha 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 ha! Num. Num num. Come here. And now the ultimate weapon. Lead. I always love that about Resident Evil. They're
What
like,
is this?
here's this nightmarish bioweapon supervillain. What are we gonna do? We're gonna shoot it. And that's gonna work.
This will also.
Okay, now where are you though? Where'd you go? There you are.
Here I come.
Oof.
Why do you?
This is pretty cool. I think I like this more than the Miranda fight and the main story. Mostly because you actually get to use them in a significantly offensive way. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't time that
Let's
right.
see this power.
Okay, that time was not... I had it pressed down. Give me a fucking break.
There will be wailing and gnashing.
Okay, I'm not sure what's happening. All of a sudden, everything's going wrong.
There's nothing.
There we go. Come here. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh my god, I'm getting my ass handed to me all of a sudden. Are we in like the final phase of this or something?
There's no shields.
Oh, give me a break! I can't put enough distance between me and her to like see what's going on. Where are you?
Why suffer needs? Offer yourself unto me.
Goodness gracious. Oh, we got lots of handgun ammo. Some help would be nice! Okay. Yeah, we're really not doing so hot all of a sudden. I need you to not be on top of me.
Your time is at now.
What? Okay. Thought I'd try that out. Didn't work.
Come, be by my side.
Wow, we are really... Oh, that's right. We can craft health. I didn't even think of that. What about a pipe bomb? No, we don't have enough for that. Totally forgot we could craft health.
You will fall before me.
What? All of a sudden, my timing on all of this is just completely fucked. We were doing okay for a while there.
This will all soon.
And then, I don't know, my rhythm got completely disrupted and I've not been able to do anything right.
Here I come. Why do you
Okay, now get away
don't
from me.
resist?
Mind power now.
Finally! I've not been able to get her down.
Impossible.
Okay, that was not the final phase.
Do you still not see? There is no happy ending.
What is this thing?
Says the wicked
Now what are you
witch
doing?
at the
What?
end of her reign.
What do you mean? Get off of me! What is happening?
If I'm gone,
What?
nothing changes.
I'm sorry,
Your
what?
suffering will never end.
That was fucked. I'm sorry, that was... What is happening?
You just won't give up. You really are.
You're damn right.
That star that shines inside you makes you the perfect vessel.
Get her! And I know how to handle a shotgun, just like my pappy.
How do you possess such power?
You mean a shotgun? I just had to find the key for it. I got it out of some old cabinet.
There is no victory.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Comes to fruition.
Rose! Over here!
Dad.
Use this! Take her down!
Supercharge. We're going
Oh, I will.
Ultra Instinct.
Return and yield your strength.
Oh, Kame! Holy shit, that's exactly what it was.
So much power. You truly would have been the perfect vessel for my Eva.
I'm not a goddamn vessel. Not some stupid copy. I'm me, Rose. And you're done.
Tell her. Mega might see you later. Dumbass.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh my god!
Saw his face.
You're so grown up now. And even though I wasn't there with you, I've always watched over you. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you.
But you
All
did.
you've ever done is protect me.
Yeah.
Not this time. You lost your chance. I'm so sorry.
No. It was my choice. And I don't regret it one bit. If I had left you, then we never would have had this chance to talk face to face. So it's okay. I'm okay.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so very proud of you. I love you, Rose.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh. I love these weirdos.
I'm back. I'm back.
And my completely imaginary friend is gone. Go figure. Oh.
Dad.
Okay, Miranda. Go back to Bloodborne or whatever game you actually came from. We don't want you anymore. Is this going to go to credits? Oh, hey, it's the storybook.
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon. It's too far away.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then he can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon feels like
It does. But
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is.
Was this how the main story ended? This is exactly how the main story ended.
Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed. Evelyn.
The fuck you call me?
Ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
We have a clear shot.
Stand down. I can handle it.
What, they're gonna shoot me over roughing up this Agent Smith wacko?
Way to keep it together, Rose.
Yeah, this exact cutscene played at the end of the main story.
You're a lot like him, you know?
I know.
I had wondered about that because obviously there was mention in that scene, in this scene, of her like going out on a mission or something. That's the implication. But then in the actual earlier in this DLC, it was mentioned that she'd never had to like defend herself or use her powers before. So I see. It was a little non-linear. Which is interesting because that, to me, the implication would be we've not seen the end of Rose. If she's going on assignments for Chris, right? There are, in fact, still things to see Rose do. Although I think the developers have said this is the end of the Winters story. But I don't know. To me, that implies it's not. There's not. Although there's also obviously a time skip here. Like Rose is as an infant at the end of the main story, and here she's, you know, a young adult. So maybe whatever the next Resident Evil game it proper is would take place before any of this is happening anyway. I don't know. And anyway, we finished Shadows of Rose. There really wasn't a whole lot left. Makes me kind of wish I just finished it the other night when we were really going for it, but that's okay. We finished it. So how do we feel about Shadows of Rose? I went back and forth on this, admittedly. Now, I was really looking forward to this. As I've said before, I loved Village. I loved the main story. Was excited to play more. Was excited to see how Rose's powers would factor into this expansion. But I was admittedly disappointed at first, and I voiced that. And to some extent, my feelings in that respect are still valid. Kind of disappointing that this was mostly a lot of reused assets, a lot of reused settings. Basically every location in this is in the base game, so you know, I don't know. My standard for like story DLC is somewhat high from BioWare games, actually. I don't know. I'm not someone who always gets DLC, but you know, something like this that's full priced. This was $20. I expect a lot out of it. So I kind of felt like they cut a lot of corners by just reusing a bunch of settings from the main story, but your Rose instead. There were some new enemies. Hey, but even the final boss was Miranda again. I'm not sure if it was a different... I'll have to go back and look. I feel like she looked a little creepier in this than at the end of the main story, but I might be wrong. So all the recycled stuff was a little disappointing to me, that it never got to a place that felt wholly original. Some of the final areas were new in regards to the village and whatever like that meat sack cave was. But I like the story. I like the song. I think this was in the credits of the main story as well. I guess that's my big issue, is a lot of the stuff in this game is also in the main game. Even the final cutscene is just ripped out of the main game. To me, this didn't feel like a $20 DLC, if I'm being honest. Now, I know there's other things that came with it. There's the mercenary stuff, but I don't really care about the mercenary stuff. There's the third-person camera for the main story, which is neat. But, you know, that's not new content. It's just a little tweak on the game you already own. So to me, this is the big selling point. If you're really into mercenaries, then, you know, maybe it's still worth the price tag for you. But to me, this would be, I think, a little more fairly priced around the $10 range, if I'm being honest. That being said, I liked it. I like the story. I like Rose as a character. I really wouldn't mind seeing more stories with her. I feel like this new this new realm of Resident Evil they've opened up with the Winters family is much more compelling than I think if we get back to the same old Chris Umbrella stuff. Though I imagine, you know, RE9, whenever that comes out, probably will be a Chris game. But I would be happy to see more of the Winter stuff continue, even if I think Ethan is definitely done. I think he died for like the 5th time at the end of this. I would like to see more Rose, because I do like her. And you could explore some pretty interesting gameplay stuff, you know, innovations with her powers, even beyond this. As far as the story goes, I liked it. I think we pretty easily charted where it was going to go from the start. That she would eventually grow to embrace her powers and, you know, accept that, you know, the things that made her different, you know, were a part of her. And, you know, going on that emotional journey. I think we figured out pretty quickly that's what the game would be about. But I loved the stuff. Let's see. Completion time, just under 4 hours. Okay. Felt like it was way longer than that to me. Trophy earned, green teen. Trophy earned, serene teen. Huh. I wonder what those are for. Green teen and serene. Oh, maybe green teen was for easy mode and serene is for normal mode. Because we didn't get a third one. So, yeah, I like the story stuff with her and her father. I still think it's really weird that they don't want to show Ethan's face. I feel like that scene at the end where she even says, seeing you face to face, I feel like this weird way that they've withheld Ethan's face this whole time. If they had finally revealed it there, I feel like that would have been kind of powerful and impactful, and that would have made sense then why they were hiding his face this whole time, so that you could have this big moment. It's like you're seeing his face for the first time when Rose sees his face with her own eyes for the first time. Like, that would maybe have sold it to me in a way that made sense, but they still didn't show it. I don't know why they don't want to show Ethan's face. It's such a weird gimmick. I don't get it. Anyway, I liked that story. There was a couple beats in this where I actually felt pretty emotional with the Rose and Ethan stuff. When she was reading that letter about how he was always going to be there for her, that was, very on the nose perhaps, but because we know he's not going to be there in that respect. But it made me very sad when he showed up and like pulled her away from Evelyn. That made me very, very emotional. And then them having that moment at the end also made me feel quite emotional. I liked that they also skipped the obvious plot beat of like if Rose resented her father for not being there. I love that we just skipped that kind of, that absentee father resentment. Like, I feel like that's just such a tired plot beat, and that would have been so easy to go that way with Rose, but it would have made her so unlikable because obviously we know what Ethan went through for her. So very smart to not do that and make her, very appreciative and loving towards her father, and always standing up for him too. I like that we didn't get any sort of conflict between them, because I feel like that would have been a really obvious way to go and a really exhausting way to go. So I like that we skipped that. I like the story. I like the ending. It definitely just kind of felt like a bonus to me. Not a big expansion, again, a lot of recycled elements, but stuff like the Beneviento house was cool. Even if, weird psychological horror escape room thing in the Beneviento house, we did see that before in the main game, and it was still done better in the main game. I think that baby sequence is so horrifying the first time you play it when you don't know what's going to happen. But this had some cool surprises there too. The mannequin stuff, the doll stuff, that was new. So credit for where it's deserved. This was fun. Look, at the end of the day, even if this wasn't quite as grand as I hoped it would be, it was still some new Resident Evil, and I'm always happy to play some new Resident Evil, so I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad I got to play it, and a nice little bonus campaign for a game that I really, 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 really loved. So we could put Shadows of Rose on the complete shelf and move forward. Now, I was thinking we did in fact finish earlier than I would have anticipated. My original plan was maybe I would play some of the mercenary stuff, but we ended even earlier than I first thought we would. So instead of doing mercenaries or anything else in Resident Evil, I'm thinking I'll stop the stream for like a minute and then go back up live with God of War. Pick up our playthrough of God of War. Ragnarok's out, so it's time to make some progress in God of War finally. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the stream, and I'll be back up live, God willing, actually, with the connection issues I've had. But I'll be back up live once I've started God of War. And let's see if we can play that for, I don't know, an hour or so, maybe a little bit more, and make some progress back in God of War finally. So that's it for Shadows of Rose. Enjoyed the game. Would I recommend it? Yes. But if you're not a giant Resident Evil head, I would say you can maybe wait till it goes on sale. Or maybe wait till they put out like a bundle with the base game, maybe. I'm sure they would do that eventually, like a Super Gold edition or something, a Super Mold edition even. But I would recommend it. It's fun. If you like Resident Evil, you'll like it. And I can't wait for Resident Evil 4. So I'm glad we got a little bonus morsel until that comes out next year. Okay, I'm going to end the stream, and I'll be back live in a few minutes with God of War. I'll see you then.